Hello and welcome back to Different Life podcast. I'm your host, Mohammed Bashay. This is the space where we gently pull back the curtain on the performance of our outer lives to explore the truth of our inner world. Have you ever met someone and felt an instant, almost irrational dislike? Maybe it's a colleague whose arrogance grates on you, or a friend who's always playing the victim. That feeling is so sharp, so certain. It's easy to believe the story our mind tells us, that the problem is entirely 100% out there in them. But what if that sharp feeling wasn't just a judgment? What if it was an invitation? An invitation to look in the most unlikely of places for a part of yourself that is gone missing. That's our journey today. In this episode, we're exploring one of the most powerful concepts in shadow work, that what we dislike in others is often a mirror reflecting a disowned part of ourselves. So let us start with the why. Why do we do this? Why would our psyche play such a tricky game? It is actually a protective mechanism, a way to keep our ego intact. The renowned psychiatrist Carl Jung, who introduced the concept of the shadow, said, "It's the part of our personality that we reject and repress because it doesn't align with our ideal self." Think of it like an iceberg. The judgment we feel, that irritation at someone's laziness or need for control, that's the visible tip above the water. It's what we see and focus on, but beneath the surface lies the massive, hidden bulk of the iceberg. That's our shadow, the part of us that is also capable of laziness, or that has a deep, unmet need for control that we've been denying. We project it outward because it's too painful or confusing to face within. It's our psyche's way of saying, "I can't handle this in me, so I'll see it in you." And this is where your hero's journey begins. Your ordinary world is being constantly triggered by these external characters. But the call to adventure is that moment of pause, that fleeting thought. Why does this bother me so much? That's the call. Answering it requires crossing the threshold into a new way of seeing. So how do we answer that call? How do we use this mirror? Step 1. Catch the projection. When you feel a strong negative charge towards someone, a wave of judgment, anger, or irritation, pause. That emotional intensity is your clue. It's the signpost. Just note it. This is a strong reaction. Interesting. Step 2. Turn the question inward. Here is the brave part. Take the exact trait you're judging in them and gently turn the question back on yourself. Ask, when have I ever acted in a way that was even slightly like that? Or, where in my life do I feel pressure to never be seen as that? You're not blaming yourself. You're investigating. You're looking for the hidden iceberg. Step 3. Reclaim the trait. This is the ultimate goal. You might find that your intense reaction to a selfish person is really a reflection of your own inability to set boundaries and prioritize your needs, which is a healthy form of selfishness you've denied yourself. By reclaiming it, you become more whole. That person doesn't trigger you anymore because you've made peace with that energy within you. So what does this practice truly offer? What is the tangible result? It is the difference between feeling like a victim of your external world and becoming the conscious architect of your inner world. The problem is the constant reactivity and the feeling of being disconnected from yourself. The solution is this practice of using projection as a diagnostic tool for self-discovery. And the benefit? The benefit is profound. Inner peace. It's liberation from the constant judgment of others and, more importantly, of yourself. It is reclaiming the energy you spent on judging others and using it to understand and nurture yourself. You begin to relate to others not as triggers, but as teachers, showing you the parts of yourself waiting to be welcomed home. So, the next time you feel that sharp pang of judgment, I invite you to see it not as a verdict on someone else, but as a quiet whisper from your soul, a clue pointing you toward a forgotten room within your own being. Thank that person in your mind for playing the role of your mirror. Because a different life isn't about building a perfect exterior where nothing bothers you. It's about doing the deep inner work of reclaiming every part of who you are, the light and the shadow, so you can finally meet the world and yourself not with performance, but with the profound and genuine peace. Thank you for listening to Different Life Podcast. Until next time, be kind to yourself on the journey.